The communication topic that I have chosen is reframing, which is basically taking a frame that someone has about a subject and enlarging it to make a new perspective, or simply changing someone's view. For example, if I showed you this, what might you think it is? Maybe a blue piece of paper or a blue square, but when I enlarge your perspective, it's actually the Bible. So it goes from something simple, like a piece of paper, to something really wonderful and great, like God's Word. When it comes to communication, reframing involves changing one's thoughts about a subject to more positive thoughts or a new idea that they hadn't thought of before. So one technique is to alternate someone's viewpoint, and to do this, first someone needs to show empathy to another person and let them know that they know how the other person's feeling, but they need to show true empathy and not give cliche responses, because that's going to make the person with the problem not want to listen to them. Instead, the person trying to help the other person needs to say something like, I've been through a similar situation, do you want to hear what I did or what I think you should do? That's going to make the person with the problem more likely to listen to you, because they know that you've experienced a similar situation and want to listen to you. A verse that goes with reframing is Proverbs 4:23, which says, "Be careful how you think, your life is shaped by your thoughts." So when somebody is struggling with a small perspective or a negative perspective, their life's going to be shaped by those negative thoughts. But when somebody comes along and helps them create a bigger frame and a positive perspective, their life can be shaped by more positive thoughts. And God tells us in Proverbs 4:23 to be careful about our thoughts. So sometimes we need people to help us enlarge our perspectives. One example in my personal life was a couple of weeks ago. I was complaining to my boyfriend about having to go to 2 practices every day because it was tiring, and I had never had enough time to do the things that I wanted to do, because I had to go to basketball and then volleyball practice every day. And I told him that he was lucky that he only had to go to 1 practice every day, because he plays baseball. But first he empathized with me, and he said, yeah, you do work really hard, and it's got to be really hard to keep up with school and go to 2 practices every day, and it's got to be physically exhausting as well as mentally exhausting. And then he reframed my small picture to a bigger picture, and he said, but think about it. God gave you the ability to play 2 sports so well that you can play them in college. He gave you the opportunity to get money for it while you're playing in college, and he also gave you those opportunities. And I thought about it, and I was like, you're right. I get to do something that I love and get money for it, as well as do something that I love and get money for it. So that really just changed my perspective, and I went from a small, I'm tired, don't want to go to 2 practices frame, to a bigger frame of, I get to pay for my education while doing something that I love. And that is how reframing has helped me in my life.